Our next guest, Christina Reppa, and CEO, founder of Noya. Is that pronounce that right, Christina?
Yes, and it's Christine.
Christine.
Yes.
All right, Christine. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, my pleasure. Give us a little background on yourself, and then I really want to tear into the story that you bring of the grassroots entrepreneurial spirit, and then how you built up your company and where you're going to go next, okay?
Sure. So I am from Texas originally. I actually grew up in Granbury, which is not too far away from Dallas. Went to University of Texas, always had a very entrepreneurial spirit. After college, kind of went through a lot of different ideas. I imagine a lot of entrepreneurs will tell you that there's always these ideas coming in and out of the head, like, oh, I could run with this, I could run with that. And they generally die for one reason or another. But then I found and fell in love with yoga. And it was from that I came up with my first idea that really stuck. And that was an actual product idea. So if you've ever done yoga, have you ever done yoga?
Yes, a little bit. Mostly breathing patterns and colors for self-improvement internally, but not necessarily all of the exercises, no.
Okay. Well, when you're doing like a practice in yoga, there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of going kind of upside down. Downward dog is one of the main poses. And when you go down into like downward dog, your shirt will come up or your pants might slip down. And it's very distracting because, like you said, with like the breathing patterns and things like that, the internal practice, you're supposed to be in a meditative state and you're not supposed to be being distracted.
Right.
So I created a one piece that does not look like a one piece. In fact, you just saw me in it. Right. It looks like a top and a bottom. It's very flattering. It's very functional. So we created that design, and from that we built the company Noya. So now we have a whole product line behind that one product.
Talk to me about, because one of your statements is, marketing isn't dead, but grassroots marketing is really where you got these things to get out to the public, right?
Yeah. So it being a very unique product idea, and we are an online company. We're sold just online right now. Mm-hmm. It was really important for us to get out in front of people. So I actually just got back about a month and a half ago from almost 3-month trip on the road. We drove across the country. Yes, so with my little sister actually came with me. And we went from studio to studio doing trunk shows across the country. We hit 25 different states. And it was pretty incredible, the experience you can imagine. And also just doing that different type of marketing. I mean, people really aren't doing that much anymore. It's a lot of, online marketing, and you're not ever getting any FaceTime with your customers. So this was really important for us.
Let's get into how you got it started. Where are you going with the company? You have 2 segments here today, so we don't have to push it all into one segment.
Okay, sure.
So you got a good idea. You started to implement it, and then talk me through that and how you got it to where it is now. I mean, what were some of the things that you accomplished, these hurdles that we all have to face as entrepreneurs that you overcame and then got yourself to a position of success like you are now?
Sure. So first off, I didn't know the first thing about making a garment. I didn't know how to do that. So I didn't go to design school. And so I really had to just do a lot of research and a lot of asking questions. Actually, a friend in the jewelry industry was the one who opened the door to my first relationship within the sewing manufacturing side. So it was a lot of trial and error. I got together with, I actually work with teams mostly based right here in Texas, so I can actually drive to them and we can sit together and we can look at a product together and see what works, see what doesn't work. The one piece development was about, it's called the Yogsy, and it was, that's yoga onesie. Put together.
Got it.
Yogsy. Yes, very creative. So the Yogzi took about 2 years to develop, get all the kinks out, because everybody in the industry was telling me, it can't be done. It's a too complicated of a product. The price point's going to be way too high. You're not going to be able to price it where a customer would actually buy it. So there were a lot of people saying, no, you can't do this. And we just figured out a way to make it work. So
you weren't going to listen to that. You knew it was going to work. You just had to find a way to meet the right people to help you make it work, is what I'm getting.
Right. Yes. Yeah. I think ignorance to some extent is bliss as an entrepreneur. So, I didn't know any better. And so I just did it anyway, and it worked. So
perfect. All right. Before we go to a break, I want contact information so that the audience can go there, look at your website, and then start shopping.
Sure, that would be great.
Tell me.
It's noyayoga.com, Noya yoga.com is the website, and at Noya_yoga for Instagram.
All right. Any other social media handles?
Yep, we're on Twitter as well. Same handle at Noya_yoga. You can find some videos on YouTube as well for us.
All right. We'll be right back with Christine Reppa, CEO and founder of noyayoga.com. This segment has been brought to you by Tycon Partners. We'll be right back on the other side of this break. Welcome back to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining us. All right, we're here with Christine Reppa of Noya and noyayoga.com. Ed Baxter wants to ask a question right off the bat.
We're all
Ed,
dying to know what the question is.
Noya, just to warn you, I mentioned earlier, I do tend to go off the rails, but one thing that's interesting about you is the name of your company. Noya in Hebrew means divine beauty, essentially. And what I would look at is when you think about the depths of where you went to come up with this name and think about what it means to you and to be an entrepreneur as a young woman, kind of go into that for us.
Sure. So there were a couple of reasons why I came up with that name. One was I sometime in college was told that I needed a short name because it's catchy, and you needed to use either the letter Y, K, Z, or X in it because it's catchy and it'll do better in general. And Nike is a great, obviously a great example of that. So the other thing is I wanted it to mean something, and I wanted it to not mean anything bad in other languages. So I did look through and see.
Because it also means new renewal, which kind of coincides with yoga.
Right. So the meanings that we did find were perfect, like you're pointing out right now. And then it also comes from me just playing with the words nature of yoga. We haven't touched on it yet, but my brand also plants 10 trees for every product sold. We have a lot of eco-friendly fabrics. We promote, anything that we can in the environment as well. So nature of yoga, you can hear the word Noya comes out of that. So then it was just a matter of checking meanings, and the meanings were perfect.
Perfect. I love it. I love it. I can't wait to get to some samples. But let me ask you about some trends.
Sure.
You're an expert in this field. You've proven your salt in the industry to be able to take a thought and then move it into a trending area and ride that trend into the road to success. What trends do you see in active women's wear going for sportswear for women? Sure.
So I think the big word is athleisure. That is
love it.
That is definitely. That is the trend.
Yeah, Lululemon built a business on that.
Of course, and now women are wearing exactly what they wear to the gym, to happy hour, and to work even. Put on a pair of leggings with a cute sweater and some boots, and boom, you're good. It's so comfortable. It's high quality stuff. You can wear it all day, and you don't have to worry about wrinkles or anything like that. So that is where it's all headed, and that's that's what we're doing too over at Noya. So
Okay. Any changes in fabrics you see? Because you said you're
of course.
You're really, okay. Well, talk to us about that.
Well, so eco-friendly overall, is more sustainable practices overall are becoming a bigger trend. We've already seen it in the food industry quite a bit.
Paper,
a lot of
everything.
Right. Farm to table, all of these great things that are happening, more local sourcing. But unfortunately, the clothing industry is kind of, I think, the last to the game here. So that's something that I'm very passionate about. We source as locally as possible. We make a lot of our items right here in Dallas. That cuts down on an insane amount of resources just right there by just using local. We also use eco-friendly fabrics to the best of our ability. We use repurposed fabrics. Since we are a small company, we're able to use these small lots of fabrics that big companies just toss. They can't use it because it's 100 yards and they're never going to make something with just 100 yards. So we come in and we grab it basically out of the landfill, before it gets there, and we make something with it. So.
All right, challenges, manufacturing, anything that you see as an opportunity where somebody else would be seeing it as an obstacle? Because I know that you go through this on a daily basis.
Of course. Well, being small, that poses
you just
a
mentioned
problem.
one, the fabrics.
Right. Finding the fabrics in the lots that we want, that can be challenging. Cost, obviously, is always challenging. The more units you make of something, the cheaper it is. So we don't have that luxury. But at the same time, we have the luxury of getting out smaller lots and selling those, and then being able to come up with another design just right off the bat.
Let me jump in there because we don't have so much time to have 1,000 questions. It's not your last time here, just your first time here. Strategies for online marketing, because that's where you're making your money.
Yes. Well, it's a lot about social for us. Instagram is huge in the yoga world. Everybody wants to post a picture of them doing a yoga pose, and it's great for us. So we love being on Instagram. We love our Instagram community. We do our, Facebook ads. We're on Facebook as well. And we also have found that our blog has been great for us in enabling us to tell our story, and it's very shareable content. So all of those go into our online strategy.
Okay, so the online strategy is to continue to go through social media and make that really the home base for where you're doing your marketing.
Right, because we're a brand, but we're also telling a story, and we're also very committed to certain causes that people are aligning with us. They like us because we align with what they're passionate about. So
your brand is not just selling clothes; it's creating an environment where your customers participate with you in the marketing.
Right, and we love them to be part of it. I mean, they inspire us on our next action, our next design, our next story, whatever it is. So it's very much like a community based brand.
That's where it works. All right, we've got to go now, but you can come back, please, anytime, and I want to continue the conversation, all right?
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, you're welcome, but before you go, please, one last time,
Sure.
How do we get it?
NoyaYoga.com, Noya yoga.com, and we do have, sign up for our email list for sure, because that's where you're going to get all the special details and specials and new releases.
Perfect. I'm signing up today. All right. You're welcome. Thank you. All right. Christine Reppa of Noya.com. NoyaYoga.com.